Good morning, guys. Forgive the background noise. I'm at the hotel. 13 hours in Long Beach Memorial Medical Center. As you can see, most of my face piercings have been cut out. After seeing 2 doctors, 2 nurses, CAT scan, metabolic panel, EKG, all the testing and questions, they can only deduce that somehow I was drugged. That's why I would never judge them. I will always understand them because I was them. I am them. Completely misunderstood. I stand here beating to the streets. I'm still a misunderstood individual, just like that community is misunderstood.
Give clothes to. I just have so many clothes, and I saw that she was going to Skid Row and she was going to homeless communities and she was beautifying them, you know, helping them feel seen, helping them feel beautiful, giving them makeovers, haircuts, clothes.
Her name was Shirley Raines, and she was 58 years old, but to millions of people, she was simply known as Miss Shirley. She was the woman who pulled up with food, blankets, hygiene items, and kindness. She was the woman who asked people how they were doing and actually waited for the answer. She was the woman who made people feel seen when the world treated them like they were invisible. Shirley Raines was the founder of Beauty to the Streets, a nonprofit that served homeless and struggling communities across Los Angeles, especially Skid Row, and later expanded into Las Vegas and San Diego. Her work was hands-on. She did not sit behind a desk. She went directly into the streets. She showed up every day. She gave out food, clothes, blankets, tents, hygiene products, and beauty items. She also paid for groceries for families who were struggling. She helped children get snacks. She helped parents breathe a little easier. Sometimes the help was big, sometimes it was small, but every time it came with respect. Shirley did not talk down to people. She did not rush them. She spoke to them like they mattered, because to her, they did. Long before millions of people knew her name, Shirley lived a very hard life. In 1990, Shirley said she was experiencing homelessness herself. One of the most painful parts of Shirley Raines' story is the tragedy she carried with her for decades: the loss of her firstborn son. Shirley openly shared that. Back in 1990, she was struggling deeply and was homeless at the time. She said she was doing the best she could to survive, day by day, with very little stability or support. During that period, she made a decision she believed was safest for her child. She sent her young son to spend time with his grandmother, who had a large yard where he could play freely. Shirley believed her son would be safe there and able to enjoy being a child. Tragically, while he was there, her son lost his life in what Shirley described as an accidental death. She never shared graphic details, and she did not speak about it for sympathy. She spoke about it to explain how deeply that moment changed her life forever. The loss broke her in ways words cannot fully explain. Shirley said that pain never left her. It stayed with her through the years, through her struggles, and through her healing. She carried the weight of grief, guilt, and unanswered questions, the kind of pain that settles deep in your soul and reshapes who you are. Later in life, when she began feeding people on Skid Row, Shirley said something powerful. She said that when she was out there, she felt like she was home. She described the people on the streets as misunderstood, just like she felt misunderstood for much of her life. Many believe that losing her son is what gave her such deep compassion for people who were hurting, forgotten, and pushed aside. Around 2017, Shirley began doing consistent outreach work through Beauty to the Streets. She showed up with her car loaded with supplies. She built trust with people who had learned not to trust anyone. Over time, her work grew. More people noticed, more people followed. Her videos spread across social media. But Shirley made one thing very clear. She was not doing this for money. She said she never monetized her videos. She explained that she did not want to profit from other people's pain. She believed that once the work became content, it could lose its heart. The only money she accepted was donations that went back into helping people on the streets. Her platform grew because people could feel that it was real.
We have hamburgers, makeup, ice cream sundaes. We're going to start the line right now. Thank you for your patience. Beat It to the Street started probably a little over 3 years ago. I lost one of my sons. One of my children died back in 1990. He was 5 days to his third birthday. And I have 5 more kids, 5 living kids, so I had 6 total. And the 30 years that I've been living after his death has just been tumultuous, like just a lot of pain. Even though I had 5 more kids, like I'm so broken and I could just not get my life together. I kept thinking like this pain of the loss of my child was gonna just kill me. It was just like, I'm on Prozac. I came down with panic and anxiety disorder, you know, so I deal with so many emotions and stuff. And so every September, he was born September the 11th and he passed away September 6th. So every September is like my mourning month. Like I just go into a bubble. I have a twin sister and she's like, okay, you've been doing this for 30 years, Shirley. You cannot live like this. Like you have 5 more kids. He wouldn't want you to live like this. And I'm like, but I have so much pain and like I could never find a purpose for that level of pain. And through the journey of trying to find something to do with my life, somebody said, you want to come out and feed the homeless with Polly's project? And I was like, okay. And as soon as I went out to the streets, I was like, oh my God. They're all broken, like they're just like me. Like I felt completely at home. Like I felt like I had a purpose for my pain at that point. So I'm like, oh my God, they're broken just like me. Like they're troubled. And I just gravitated to them and I was just serving them food and, you know, clothing with this other organization. And they kept on saying, we love your makeup, we love your hair, we love your earrings. I'm like, you want that? And they were like, yeah. And they started calling me the makeup lady. And I was like, oh, everybody's like, you're the makeup lady. You're the woman who passes out mascara. You're the one who gives eyelashes and earrings. And I'm like, yeah. And I started taking care of the trans community in the back as well, in the back streets of LA. And yeah, so they were like, people only give us men clothes because, you know, and I'm like, well, you should have what you want to wear. What do you want to wear? They're like, we want women clothes. So I started bringing them wigs and heels and makeup and eyelashes. And that really quickly spread. And when everybody started calling me the makeup lady, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is something I should do because it felt like I had a purpose now. Could you use that hair stuff I gave you?
Did I? Well, I can't show you.
No, 3 wigs per person. But I'm a hood stylist. I know hair and I know makeup, so we call it hood stylist. So I'm a hood stylist.
Mask? Here you go, sir. All right, you. There you go. You got a mask on? I'm telling you, I didn't forget about you, loved one. All right.
We got 600 hamburgers from McDonald's today. 600 McDoubles. Double cheeseburgers. So we typically do 600. We try to do 1 per person, sometimes 2 per person, depending on the crowd. So today's probably a large crowd. You probably do 1 per person. Well, I see the media and I see the reports. So this angel. I'm not an angel, I'm broken. And broken people recognize broken people. It's like you kindred spirits. Like they can look at me and tell like, wow, she is really broken. And I can look at them and tell, and it's kind of like you just organically click.
Helping people on the streets is not always safe. Shirley knew that, and she talked about it openly. Months before her death, Shirley Raines shared something deeply frightening with her supporters. She went on social media and explained that she had lost an entire week of memory. In her own words, Shirley said the last thing she clearly remembered was being out doing outreach. She remembered feeling extremely thirsty. She remembered telling someone that her legs felt weak. After that, everything went blank. She said she had no memory of driving, no memory of feeding people, and no memory of how she got home. She later woke up at her house days later, confused and scared. She noticed bruises on her arms, as if someone had grabbed her. Her memory was gone, and she did not know why. Shirley said her daughter had to take care of her during that time. She explained how upsetting it was to not remember basic things. She talked about feeling lost and afraid, especially because she was usually the one taking care of everyone else. She went to the hospital and said she spent about 13 hours at Long Beach Memorial Medical Center. Doctors ran tests. She had scans, blood work, heart monitoring, and other exams. Shirley shared that the doctors told her they believed she may have been drugged, but by the time blood was drawn, whatever substance may have been involved was no longer detectable. She explained that doctors told her some substances leave the body very quickly. Because of that, they could not say exactly what happened, who did it, or when it occurred. Those unanswered questions stayed with her. Shirley also shared something else that alarmed people. She said that when she finally became aware again, she realized the door to her home had been left open for days while she was not fully herself. She talked about how vulnerable that made her feel. She even mentioned being encouraged to complete additional medical exams out of caution. Throughout those videos, Shirley remained calm, faithful, and grateful. She thanked God for protecting her. She thanked her supporters for checking on her. She said she believed her memory would come back over time and that she felt like she was slowly getting better. But she also admitted something painful. She said she was usually the one who showed up for others so they would not feel alone. And during that time, she felt alone. She said the love and concern from her supporters helped her through one of the scariest moments of her life. After sharing those experiences, Shirley continued doing outreach. She continued posting. She continued helping people. To the public, it appeared that she was pushing forward, just like she always had.
Good morning, guys. Forgive the background noise. I'm at the hotel. 13 hours in Long Beach Memorial Medical Center. As you can see, most of my face piercings have been cut out. After seeing 2 doctors, 2 nurses, CAT scan, metabolic panel, EKG, all the testing and questions, they can only deduce that somehow I was drugged. What was it? We'll never know. The body absorbs it quickly, they said. By the time I woke up, it was no longer detectable. They said even if I saved my vomit, like I said I should have, they said it wouldn't have been detected in that. It has to come from your blood. My memory will come back over time. I went yesterday because I couldn't figure out where Costco was. I forgot how to pay a company bill, and I'm concerned about my memory. I still have my daughter driving me around, but they told me just to relax and it will come back. Every day, I don't know if you can tell by the videos I'm doing, but I feel like I'm getting better. Like every day, I feel like I'm more and more myself. I'm coming into this. For me, it's just the unanswered questions: who, what, when, where, why. But I praise God for his protection. I'm grateful that I was able to vomit and get that all out of there. After waking up for 3 days, my sliding door for my garage was wide open, which means day and night for 3 days it had been open. Anybody could have come in the house, come and gone. And they want me to do an R kit today just based upon those factors. I don't think anything happened down there. I did self-check, but I'm going to finish this out and do the rape kit. I'm going to pray on it. I'm going to release and let go and just thank God that he kept me, and we're just going to move past it, guys.
Then on January 28th, 2026, her organization, Beauty to the Streets, announced that Shirley Raines had passed away. The statement did not mention a cause of death. There was no explanation given, no details shared, just words of grief, respect, and love for the woman who had given her life to serving others. Because of that, many people were left with questions. Could the frightening episode she described months earlier have played a role in her passing? Could there have been lingering effects that no one fully understood? Or was her death caused by something completely unrelated? At this time, no answers have been made public. What is known is that Shirley Raines went through something terrifying, shared it honestly with the world, and continued to give to others anyway. Her passing marked the end of her life, but not the end of her impact. And while the details surrounding her death remain private, the work she did, the love she gave, and the people she helped will never be forgotten. The news shocked people everywhere. Supporters flooded social media with grief. People shared stories of how Shirley helped them, fed them, prayed with them, or simply treated them like a human being when no one else would. Donations poured into Beauty to the Streets in her honor. One of the most emotional tributes came from Lizzo. She spoke about working with Shirley during community givebacks and standing beside her on stage. She shared how Shirley encouraged her during hard moments and never asked for anything in return. She described Shirley as rare, special, and deserving of protection. The legacy of Shirley Raines is not measured by views, followers, or headlines. It is measured by people who ate when they were hungry, families who felt relief at the checkout line, and unhoused neighbors who felt respected instead of ignored. Through Beauty to the Streets, Shirley showed the world what real service looks like. She went where help was needed. She listened before she spoke. She asked people what they wanted, not just what others thought they needed. She believed dignity mattered as much as food. Shirley did not treat helping people like a performance. She treated it like a responsibility. She showed up even when it was hard. She showed up even when it was risky. And she showed up even when she was tired, hurting, or afraid. Her life reminds us that kindness does not have to be loud to be powerful. It does not need permission. It does not need applause. It just needs someone willing to care. Her passing leaves questions. It leaves grief. and it leaves a quiet space where her voice used to be, but what she built did not end with her. The work continues. The people she helped continue. The message she lived by continues. Shirley often told people they were not alone, and now, in remembering her, people are choosing to carry that message forward by helping someone else, by showing compassion, by refusing to look away. Her story is not just about how she died. It is about how she lived, and she lived with purpose, with love, and with a heart that never stopped giving.
About our boards is that it didn't matter that it wasn't a board for a client, because we were making it for a very special client, and that was her clients.
Ms. Shirley Raines' clients were people who called the streets their home, bringing her mission, beauty to the streets, in every way possible.
Vegas used to be my party city like everybody else. Outside of the party and outside of the strip, I was shown another world. I saw the streets.
Fox 5 spoke with Raines back in 2024 as she split her time between Las Vegas and LA to feed the most vulnerable.
Burger first, okay? You want chicken or beef?
Burger, please.
From the first time we met with her, it was pure joy.
Kim Groberg is the general manager of Boards and Grays. Every month, she and her team made 100 charcuterie boxes for Raines to give out.
It always was the same as if we were doing it for a paying customer. To see the joy that she brought to the people that she served, and knowing the pain and grief that she had gone through in her own personal life.
This past Christmas, Groberg's team surprised Raines with a treat of her own, their largest charcuterie board.
She said, I have purpose, but I don't really have happiness. But the happiness that she brought to all of the people that she served was just so inspiring. And so we wanted to do something for her.
Their last interaction was just earlier this month, and it's something that Groberg will cherish forever.
She said, I just want to thank you so much for the time that you and Cheryl put into putting these together,
leaving behind a lasting legacy of purpose and service.